A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Moscow, in a grand display of military might, Russia celebrated the 80th anniversary of its victory over Nazi Germany in World War II on May 9, 2025. President Vladimir Putin presided over a massive parade in Red Square that showcased a dazzling array of tanks, missiles, and troops, marking the occasion as the most significant Victory Day celebration since the onset of the war in Ukraine. The event drew over 24 world leaders, including notable figures such as Chinese President Xi Jinping and Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, emphasizing Russia's attempts to project its global influence and counter Western narratives. Victory Day, a key secular holiday in Russia, serves as a reminder of the Soviet Union's sacrifices during the Great Patriotic War, where an estimated 27 million lives were lost. This year's celebrations were particularly poignant, as they coincided with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which has now entered its fourth year. The Kremlin has strategically utilized this historical event to foster national pride and reinforce Russia's status as a global power. During the parade, Putin praised the courage and determination of Russian troops currently engaged in combat in Ukraine, stating, "We are proud of their courage and determination, their spiritual force that always has brought us victory." The event featured over 11,500 troops and more than 180 military vehicles, including advanced artillery and nuclear-capable missile launchers, illustrating Russia's military capabilities. Analysts have noted that the attendance of foreign leaders, particularly from nations that have historically maintained a distance from the West, signals a shift in the geopolitical landscape. Alexander Gabov, director of the Carnegie Russia-Eurasia Center, remarked that this demonstrates Russia's ability to form alliances even among countries traditionally aligned with Western powers. The presence of leaders like Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico highlighted the Kremlin's efforts to portray itself as a legitimate global player, despite ongoing sanctions and international isolation. However, the festivities were overshadowed by a series of Ukrainian drone attacks that targeted Moscow and disrupted operations at local airports. Russian airline Aeroflot reported the cancellation of over 100 flights as the military responded to these threats, leading to heightened security measures across the capital. Reports indicated that cell phone internet outages were experienced as authorities implemented electronic countermeasures to thwart further drone incursions. In a bid to mitigate tensions during the commemorative events, Putin declared a unilateral 72-hour ceasefire starting May 7th. However, he cautioned that Russian forces would respond decisively to any provocations. This declaration contrasts sharply with the U.S. proposed 30-day truce that Ukraine has accepted, which Moscow has linked to a halt in Western arms supplies to Ukraine, conditions that Kyiv and its allies have firmly rejected. As the celebrations unfolded in Moscow, Ukrainian officials convened in Lviv to advocate for the establishment of a special tribunal aimed at prosecuting Russian officials for alleged war crimes committed during the ongoing conflict. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky emphasized the importance of accountability, stating, "Russia needs to feel our common and, most importantly, growing strength." This sentiment was echoed by French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot, who reiterated the commitment of European allies to impose further sanctions on Russia. The stark contrast between the jubilant celebrations in Moscow and the somber discussions in Lviv underscores the deep divisions and ongoing strife between Russia and Ukraine. As Europe marks the defeat of Nazi Germany on May 8th, the legacy of World War II continues to shape contemporary geopolitical dynamics and national identities across the continent. With tensions remaining high and the conflict in Ukraine unresolved, the implications of this year's Victory Day celebrations will resonate far beyond the parades and speeches, influencing the trajectory of international relations in the years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.